Here's Erislandy Lara. This motherfucker don't age. He does not. He do not age, bro. And he's like 50.
Valdez, who's going to be translating as well. Actually, like his baseball hat. That's my favorite baseball team, but that's another topic for another day. Erislandy Lara, though, who has an impressive record, taking on Gary Spike O'Sullivan. Erislandy, campaigning here at middleweight. How do you feel at 160?
¿Cómo es que te sientes en la 160?
Me siento súper bien en la 160. En la 160 me siento bien, estoy listo.
Tell us about your opponent, Gary Spike O'Sullivan, a guy who's aggressive, comes forward, 37 years of age. How do you preview your opponent?
Platícanos de Spike. Obviamente tiene un estilo bien agresivo, viene para adelante.
No sé ni cómo pelea. No sé, sinceramente no sé. Solamente yo me preparo para ese sábado 28 de mayo. Yo no veo video, como estoy cansado de decirlo, no veo pelea de boxeo y vamos a ver cómo viene.
He's like, honestly, I couldn't tell you how he fights. I don't watch any boxing. I leave that for my coaches. I'm just focused on the 28th of May. I really couldn't tell you how he fights.
What does it mean for you to be returning to Barclays Center, a venue that you thoroughly dominated Terrell Gausha back in October of 2017? But what is the significance for you to be returning back to Brooklyn and fighting in front of a very passionate fans in Barclays Center?
¿Qué tan grande es regresar a Brooklyn, Nueva York? Obviamente, tuviste una gran pelea con Terrell Gausha hace unos cuantos años y mucha afición ahí en Nueva York.
No, me siento contento de estar de regreso ahí en
Yo, he speak English. And why is the boxing voice translated for him? What is going on here?
Devin y Romero y estamos bien.
He's like, no, I'm excited to go back to New York. It's gone very well for me in New York, and I'm excited to be on Showtime pay-per-view co-main event for Gervonta Davis.
What is the chemistry like, and why is it so special between you and Ismael Salas? Also, now we see that Luis Cuba Arias is working with you as well. He stated that he's learned quite a bit from you and Ismael Salas, but tell us about the chemistry that you have with your head trainer, Ismael Salas.
Platícanos de la relación entre usted y el profe Ismael Salas. Obviamente también
Yeah, that's the boxing voice translating.
¿Qué tan especial es la relación con el profe?
No, nosotros tenemos una relación súper bien, súper buena, junto con Arias, con todos los boxeadores de ahí del gimnasio, nos llevamos bien, estamos trabajando y yo y Arias estamos trabajando mucho en los sparring, estamos bien y nos llevamos bien con el entrenador.
No, we have a very great relationship, not just with Coach Arias, with el profe, but also Cuba Arias and, the rest of the team. We all work very well. Cuba and I get great sparring together, and it's been great camp, and we really push each other.
Assuming you handle business next Saturday, May 28th, on Showtime pay-per-view, on the undercard of Gervonta Davis, Rolando Romero, what's next for Erislandy Lara at 160?
Ganando el próximo sábado 28 de mayo, ¿qué sigue para Erislandy Lara en las 160 libras?
Ganando el 28 de mayo, estoy listo peleando contra los mejores de la división. Estoy cansado de mencionar los nombres, no los voy a mencionar hoy porque siempre los menciono y nunca salen. Listo para pelear con cualquiera de la división.
He's like, look, come May 28th, I come out victorious. I'm ready to fight with the best of the division. I'm not even going to mention their names because I'm tired of doing it. I keep doing it. I'm tired of doing it. I'm not going to do it today. I'm just ready to fight with the best of the division.
So why do you feel that some of the top names, you were reigning at 154 and now at 160. Why do you feel that some of the top names don't want to fight you?
¿Por qué cree que muchos de los nombres en la 160 de los mejores no quieren pelear con usted? Fue lo mismo en la 154.
Es lo mismo, soy un boxeador muy complicado, un boxeador muy difícil, creo que soy un riesgo para todos.
He's like, no, it's the same thing. 154, 160. I am a tough fighter for anybody, so that's why they don't want to fight me.
I find a question to you, Erislandy, as you're getting ready to work out, but what kind of statement, what are you looking to do next Saturday against Gary Spike O'Sullivan in the co-main event of your matchup where you put your 160-pound championship on the line?
¿Qué es lo que piensa hacer el próximo sábado 28 de mayo contra Gary Spike O'Sullivan?
Primero que todo voy a salir bien enfocado, voy a salir a hacer mi trabajo, lo que yo sé hacer y salir victorioso.
He's like, no, I'm going to come out focused, I'm going to come out, do what I know how to do, and most of all, come out victorious.
Erislandy, the American Dream Lara, ladies and gentlemen. He's a champion at 160. He takes on Gary Spike O'Sullivan. We're going to now watch him work out here at the famed Mayweather Boxing Club in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, he's got to do something. The door is closing, and the clock is, for Lara. That clock is about to strike 12, bro. He's listed at 39 years old. You know, he doesn't really have too much to show for the last few years since he fought Jarrett with Hurd. Now, he's saying fighters don't want to fight him, but once again, Erislandy Lara commands a lot of money. Like, he, you know, he's one of the highest paid guaranteed purse PBC fighters. So when you put him in against a guy, it's got to be somebody, you know, who's not going to be requesting a lot of money. Or it has to be like a significant fight. And right now, competing at 160, let me pull up the rankings here. You know, that's why I get frustrated with PBC sometimes, because it's like, bro, make these motherfuckers fight. I know you can't, but it's like Charlo. You know, are they still both for Ronnie Shields? Is that why they can't fight still? But at the end of the day, like, come on, man. Like, Lara versus Gary Spike O'Sullivan, that ain't cool. Like, how do they think that's cool? Like, how do they think that's cool? Like, it's just, you know, it's frustrating. And then it's not like they want to lend their fighters out and have them fight other people. Like, in other promotions, they'll be like, nah, we ain't gonna let you go over there to fight a name of some quality. You're gonna stay here and fight fucking Spike O'Sullivan. You know, and PBC do not like making calls to people. Like, nobody's clamoring for like, yo, you know that Tank Davis role, Romero undercard, bro. Yo, that undercard, man. That shit got Lara versus Spike O'Sullivan. I'm gonna be in the crib. I'm gonna put some pig feet in the crock pot. And my little bitch come over. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm ruining me an L. Ain't nobody talking that shit about this fight. And it's frustrating. I'm tired of it. Excuse my language. I was, you know, trying to create a scenario. You know, like, when you first see this fight get announced, do you be like, yo, oh, don't get me started on Munguia. He may be fighting fucking Jimmy Kelly. Don't get me started on him. He could afford Charlo, but Golden Boy was like, nah, the zone has to get their piece. They want to get their beak wet. You know, they put all the money in Munguia. It's only fair. Like, fuck out of here. I'm not trying to hear that shit either. Like, boxing can be so frustrated, bro. It's like, why won't these people fight? Fuck out of here, Oscar. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Seriously, though, what's up with Lara, Fountain of Youth? Y'all think he in the dark magic? Why, how he stay so young? My man do not age. At all. My man was on Knockout Kings 3 on PS1. He been through what? 5 council generations. I shit you not. Like, when I first started watching the Erislandy Lara, it was like 2001. Like, dude's been around forever, bro. I mean, we've been getting good fights, but it could be better. Don't settle for this bullshit. This is the dawn. Don't settle. Yes, we're getting some good fights lately, but we can get more. They owe us more. All this money we spend. Like, there's no way we should be having all this back and forth and fighters, you know, like, barely fighting and shit. Like, no way. Once a year. You know, and then, you know, we like, oh, well, this guy can't fight this guy because of his network. And his promoter and his manager don't like each other because of this. Oh, when MTK, the drugs, they got the drug money. You know, the 600 of them can't get into the States. That's what's going on with that shit. You know, I'm tired of, like, you know, having to come up with all kind of bullshit on, like, why this fighter can't fight this fighter because it is. He can't fight this fighter because of that. It's so frustrating. And here you have Erislandy Lara. And I'm sorry he's taking the blunt of my rage. But we got Erislandy Lara taking on Gary Spike O'Sullivan next week on pay-per-view. You watching it? Who's excited for this fight? Show yourself. Who are the Lara versus Spike O'Sullivan apologists? Where are you at? Who's the ones who, I know it's got to be somebody in the chat that's like, yo, next week I'm going to be, I got to make sure I'm in front of the TV. Erislandy Lara taking on Gary Spike Self. I've been waiting for that all my life. What? Listen, I like Spike O'Sullivan, but Spike is washed, bro, and he's tailor-made. He's a straightforward, come forward pressure fighter. Lara going to pick him apart. Jab, jab, left hand. Jab, jab, hook, jab, 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 jab. Throw a little straight to the body, bam, jab. Left hand. Like, one thing I never liked about Lara is his lack of punch variety. And that's what got his ass robbed all those times. And he lost to Canelo, in my opinion, too. Like, dude, just don't mix it up. But don't get me wrong, you let that left hand keep connecting, that shit will fuck you up. It'll definitely break your face. It'll definitely break your face. But yeah, not for no fucking 39. I mean, not for no 74.99 though. Here's the undercard. Here is the card for next week. Where is it at? Like, it's disgusting. It's deeply upsetting. Here's the undercard. For a 74.99 pay-per-view. Here is the undercard. And it's only 4 fights. And we don't even know what the 4th fight is. You got Jesus Ramos versus Lucas Santa Maria. Lara versus Spike O'Sullivan, and then Tank Davis versus Rolly. This is a Showtime championship card. This is a regular card. This ain't no pay-per-view. This is outrageous. It's outrageous. We deserve better. We need to start standing up for ourselves. We need to start standing up for ourselves. No, damn it. I'm a Tank Davis fan. And I do admit Rolly has grown on me. But no, damn it. We're not going to keep putting up with this mess. We must start making them feel the burn and the sting of our pockets. Gas is fucking $4.60 a gallon. I used to put 89 in my truck. Now I'm putting 87 in. You know how much it costs now to get some buffalo wings? Remember how a 10-piece buffalo wings, and let me tell you something. You're a lowdown if you eat boneless wings. They're just nuggets, okay? They're just nuggets. But anyway, you know how much a 10-piece wings cost? Like $17. Getting the buffalo wing is now an entree. It's not an appetizer anymore. So when you are trying to give me, and what about the baby formula? I don't know anything about it, but I keep hearing about it. What about the baby formula? And the Putin price hikes. Joe Biden did all of this. $74.99? Come on, man. I blame Joe Biden. We ain't have all these pay-per-views in the Trump era. Let me stop before y'all get triggered. We ain't have all these pay-per-views. So much has changed. And we still kind of in a pandemic. People ain't working. And here I am just pumping all my EBT food stamps into these pay-per-views. Using all my food stamps up to cover the sport for you, the people. No more. No more. No, Top Rank, no, Showtime cards are great. But once again, this is a pay-per-view, mate. Like, no, you keep trying to come up with these excuses. You need accountability in your life, Southpaw. It's time for accountability. Admit your wrongs. And no, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hear it. By the way, Rolly Romero is up next. I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty hilarious. Yo, what if Rolly Romero beat Tank up? That would be fucking wild, right? I do want to be along for that ride. I do want to be along for that ride. But y'all know me. If you don't, even though I'm bitching and complaining now, I'm going to be here next week covering this card. So, I'm going to be right here, after Lara beat up Spike O'Sullivan, I'm going to be covering this card. So I can bitch and complain all I want. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. I'll be sitting here watching this stuff, man. You know, and it's a busy day. I got to start like 2 o'clock for that the zone Joshua Buatsi card. You know, let's see what he's talking about to this Hispanic speaking.
Meeting with the media here and talking with various media outlets here in Las Vegas ahead of his co-main event matchup against none other than Gary Spike O'Sullivan. And coming up, we're going to be talking with the undefeated lightweight contender, 12 knockouts.
I didn't say that Rolly was going to win, okay? Don't put words in my mouth, you low down. I didn't say that. Don't you dare. I'm saying, what if in the multiverse, what if Rolly Romero was to beat Tanka? You know, I would love to be on that, along on that ride. And no, I'm not smoking crack or opioid crisis. I'm not in the opioid crisis. Do people still do crack? Isn't it like opioids now? The fentanyl? People don't do crack no more. I don't hear about on the news the crack pipe. People doing that fentanyl shit. That shit is wild, bro. I'll be watching those videos like multiple times a week, like going up and down Kensington Avenue in Philly, seeing Zombieland. Just imagine the smell. But yeah, you know, I mean, one thing for sure is going to happen. Either, you know, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be hella entertaining. But also a lot of people think that Rolly just going to, you know, like get put to sleep. And you be hearing a lot of stories about Rolly, bro, like around boxing. That dude like really confident, but people be sparring him and be like, yo, he really not that good. But however, Ryan Garcia did get hands laid upon him. And Rolly a big dude. Like Rolly about 5'8", 5'9". At 135, he looked like he coming into the ring at least 160, 170. Remember, this fight is at 135. You know what I didn't like? I didn't like that Floyd Mayweather didn't show up to the press conference, but he had his own press conference that very same day down in Miami. Fucking guy with his NFT rug pull scams. Fucking guy. And the thing is, you know, like he's got some really good, solid fighters. Like, it's always some dumb shit. Yeah, Philly's a dangerous place, man. A dangerous, dangerous place. Philly is fucked up, too. Let me tell you. A very scummy city. Like, shit's all fucked up, run by a bunch of dickheads. And they wonder why they always in some bullshit. It's like, it's you, leadership. It's you. Like, this shit is all your fault. Like, your motherfuckers is dumb. Let's see what Ray's talking about. Rolly's going to be coming out next.
Jermell Charlo in the rematch finish off Brian Castani to become the undisputed super welterweight champion of the world. And now, lo and behold, Rolando Romero has his opportunity to go ahead and potentially dethrone Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, right now, everyone is trying to make a case for who is the best lightweight in the world. Well, the guys at the top that hold the belts, they have to keep winning in order to continue to make that claim. Gervonta Davis has been very vocal saying that he wants to fight the best of the best, and he's got to get past Rolando Romero. Rolly has stated that he's going to knock out Gervonta Davis in 1 round or less. I can't remember anybody making a prediction like that against Gervonta Davis. Another thing we've been talking about, the fact that we've never seen Gervonta Davis sort of be, antagonize, someone chastise him, someone rip on him. So how is he going to fight with someone who's trying to get under his skin? At the end of the day, 11 days from now, the talking will dissipate. But from now until fight night, I look forward to talking with Rolando Romero. I look forward to seeing the press conference next week. And one thing I'll tell you, right now, Showtime Championship Boxing, we are in the midst of an unbelievable schedule. Why? I don't know. Because last week, we had Jermell Charlo victorious.
He said all that already. But yeah, we were talking about, we were looking at the ESPN pound for pound list earlier. And we were talking about where Charlo should be and who should replace and who Charlo should replace in the pound for pound rankings. Now, everyone's pound for pound rankings is different. It's up for debate. It's a talking point. You know, people, you know, fans' criteria, you know, are different. If we were to remove somebody, let's just use ESPN's, you know, who would you remove from this list in place of Charlo? You got Crawford, Inoue, Spence, Canelo, Fury, Usyk, Lomachenko, Bivol, Shakur, and Juan Francisco Estrada tops out the top 10. Me personally, Charlo has a better case than Shakur Stevenson, that's for sure. He has a better case, in my opinion, than Tyson Fury, that's for sure. My opinion. My opinion. Check the way Tank and Rolly are not the same height, bro. You tripping. Tank is about 5'4", legit. I've met Tank like in real life, and that's like an ongoing joke. Like, dude is really short, bro. Like, that's a little dude. Like, dude's about 5'4", okay, 5'5". Like, if that, like, that's a little dude. Rolly's about 5'9", 5'8", 5'8", 5'9". But yeah, Jermell Charlo should definitely be pound for pound. And right now, when you look at the mandatories at 154 pounds, who at 154 pounds right now that's at the top that Charlo doesn't beat? He will beat up Tim Tszyu. He will beat up Murtazaliev. He will beat up Madrimov and Soro, who are both fighting to be the WBA mandatory. And he would, you know, beat up Tony Harrison again. I don't see anybody in the top 15 of 154 pounds that can beat Charlo. He is the man. He should, in my opinion, he's top 5 pound for pound. My opinion. Remember that. Opinion police. My opinion. Doggone it.